Hey, Donna Price here. Welcome back to Visionary Womenpreneurs podcast. I am excited to be talking with you about the relaunch of the podcast and excited to be starting to interview visionary womenpreneurs for the podcast. So I'm Donna Lynn Price. I'm the founder of Compass Rose Consulting, business strategist, coach, and the person that's been missing from this podcast for the past couple of years. And I wanted to spend a little bit of time just talking about like what's been going on and exactly why. So, not a polished explanation or packaged, but just get real for a few minutes. Um, it turns out that the reason I stepped back is exactly what this show and everything I'm building has evolved into. And I have spent time over the past year and a half looking at my own business, and moving and renovating a house and doing a lot of things. And part of what happened is just a pause of business while caring for my mom during her battle with breast cancer, which I've done throughout the last 17 years, really. Um, but certainly her last year, it became much more intense and definitely impacted business. And it caused me to kind of step back and evaluate for me what was going on. And part of what I found was like evaluating, like, do I want to be in this business? Is it time to throw in the towel? Um, is is there something different I would rather focus on? And I actually made this big pivot into biking. I've had a group Bike Women Bike for a few years and started focusing on that. And in that focusing, decided, yeah, I'm gonna close down Compass Rose Consulting. And when it came down to it, like when I was there, like ready to shut down the website and pull it all offline and all that. Um, I just couldn't do it. It just didn't feel like the right thing to do. So I really kind of looked at that and listened to that and recognized that as my own compass. Like, this is still something really important to me. Um, and I've really looked at how we're doing it and reframing it. And yeah, so I couldn't shut it down. And I love the work of working with women entrepreneurs, women leaders to really be all that they can be and really have that impact out in the world and in their own lives and their own communities, but then to see how that can ripple out. Um, I've also spent, as many of you probably have, time, trying lots of different programs and doing lots of different things. And I really got quiet and had to listen to myself and listen to like what felt right. You might have had this experience too, where you try something and it just doesn't feel right in your body. And that has definitely happened to me where then I feel like I have to continue with it, but it just doesn't feel right. And so I started really looking at that. And we've started doing some training around that of really honoring ourselves as women and our intuition and our knowing of what is right for us and for our business. And really trying to work with women to connect to that more and work with myself to really connect to that consistently. And one of the questions I came up with in the training that we're doing now is to really look at advice and coaching and say, like, is this advice something that's true for my business? Like, does it fit for my vision, my values? Does it feel right for me? And really evaluating that and knowing that you don't have to do it if it doesn't feel right. And it can be right for somebody else and not right for you. And that's okay. And honoring that, knowing that intuition is data, that feeling in your gut that's telling you no is information, and listening to that. So part of what happened is that we started rebuilding, and we've spent some time like really looking at the Business Growth Hub and what's inside of that, and the core course, the Business Growth Project, which remains in its core, like it's still there, the core is still there, but I've reframed it into the Business Growth Compass framework, and we've added an incredible new section on leadership and how we as women lead differently, and how to honor that and how to bring that leadership style into your business and operate your business in a way that feels more in line with who you are as a woman and a woman business owner. And so that whole section is brand new, and it's like really, really, I really am liking it. And like it evolved over the last couple of months too, of me looking at the program and saying, well, leadership, this north of the compass is leadership, and vision is key. And if you know me, you've heard me talk about vision, vision, vision. Strategy is the map to get you to the vision. The ripple plan is like the impact that you're having based on the vision and the strategy. And then east is your marketing and visibility. South is your operations and operationalizing your business. And west is how we innovate our products and services and keep looking at how to make those better or improved, meet client customer needs better. And in the center is you, that core. So in looking at that leadership section, it was just like, wow, this is missing something. It's just not as it's not designed for a woman-owned business is what it was. It was just kind of your standard leadership, and like we've all grown up in and with. And so I totally rewrote that section and re-recorded the whole thing. And what I thought was going to be a tweak of the Business Growth Project is turning out to be kind of a whole rebuild of the Business Growth Project. A little tweaking here and there, but mostly just rebuilding so that the business growth compass is clear and the leadership part is clear. And so it's really exciting and really cool. And that's what's been happening over these past few months. And the podcast kind of drifted off, and it just relaunched with an incredible interview with a true visionary womanpreneur, and Sherry Combs, who's running Silver Streak Senior Services. And her program is, I think, revolutionary in what it's going to be offering to the world, to all of us. So, so what to expect with the show? So we're working to have episodes coming out a couple times a month, probably a solo episode and an interview episode, and we're just getting it all up and running again. We've already got some deep dives into the business growth compass framework to share that we'll be talking about in those episodes. I'm sure we're going to be talking about the Compassers leadership program as well. And yeah, so lots of exciting stuff happening. We have a new webinar out there. Your way, there's no one way to business success, that's available on demand, and the link will be in the show notes here. And the Business Growth Hub houses the Business Growth Project and many other courses that all fit within the framework. And we've created this like totally accessible program, online learning center, plus 3 calls a month. One of the things I think is really important in those calls is that we talk about like the strategies that you're using and how you're making progress on those. And so we've created a really cool strategic planning app online that you can use to create that strategic plan after you've done your vision. And then each month, we're going to come back and look at what's working and what's not working. And if there's something that's not working, then that call is all about like how to get it working and what's in the way. So that's a really awesome call monthly. We also have a collaboration call each month to really build community. So gratitude, connections, collaboration is one call to really provide an opportunity for community members to talk to each other and not just me. And then there's a co-working call where we spend some time all working, and that's another place to meet other members and get support and ideas and all that. So 3 calls a month right now. And those are all, I think, going to be really powerful for people. So if you're interested in continuing to hear the Visionary Womenpreneurs podcast, please subscribe. We'd love to have subscribers that are getting the episodes as they come out. It's available on Spotify, YouTube, and we're distributing it. So it should be available wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you are a visionary womanpreneur that wants to be on the podcast, you can visit my website. I'll have the link, compassroseconsulting.com/radio. And you can see all the application information there. And if you have questions, reach out. I'd love to connect and talk with you. So make it a great day. Take big action in your business. And I will see you in the next Visionary Womenpreneurs episode, if not somewhere before that. Take care.